I think even with the last 5 minutes there, I bet he can't believe what he's seen. And I know they gave Leeds away in the Champions League here recently, 3-0 up, but to be 1-0 up with a few minutes to go against United, the 2-1, he'll be shell-shocked, Pep, and he's an experienced manager, a great manager, but he'll be shell-shocked to lose a game when you're... Were they coasting? I wouldn't go that far, but they're coasting. When it's 1 and you're still in with a chance, but they were comfortable.
And to put it into perspective, let's take a look at what's happened if you scan the QR code. And as Roy was saying, Manchester United still in the bottom half of the table. They go above Tottenham. They've got 22 points from their 16 games. But for Manchester City, at the top end of the table, a missed opportunity. They stay on 27 points. They are 9 points behind their leaders, Liverpool, who have a game in hand. And Chelsea could stretch their league and go closer to the leaders if they get the victory against Brentford later on this evening.
Well, Ruben, as you seek to change and transform and take Manchester United forward, does this feel like a massive, massive moment?
I think for everyone, it's just 3 points. We have a lot to do, but it was massive for our fans. But I see the same game until the 85 minute. So maybe our conversation would be so much different without two goals, but the performance would be the same. So let's focus. I think they did a very good job, and they were in the game during 90 minutes, and that is really important. Then you don't control the result, but I think we deserved this win. It was a good day for us.
The best player for Man United this season. Taking it all into consideration, new manager, how young he is. He's just 22 years of age. He was really good at Sunderland, scored a lot of goals. Could he make the step up? He's definitely made the step up. And yeah, I just enjoy watching him in terms of his endeavour, his work rate, the way he runs in behind, the way he's not afraid to go at somebody. How many times do we see wingers in today's football, they go to the line and they come back? He's not doing that. He's got that confidence and belief in himself that he can play at this level. So yeah,
the importance of running behind, and that was the key. Particularly, I know sometimes you have to gamble towards the end, but you need a bit of luck. But be prepared to run in behind it. This, the way the game has changed a lot over the last few years, particularly for midfielders. Everyone wants to come and get a feel for the ball and get touches. But you need people running beyond the ball, running beyond the striker. And that's where United created their best moments.
But it's just his composure as well.
Yeah.
The way he took his goal was just brilliant. So you see a lot of players, especially young players in that position, sort of snatch at it or rush it. But he took his time, he lifted it over, and then the finish, with conviction as well. Really good day.
We look for certain traits in a Man United player, obviously, and he looks like he's got that. He looks like he's comfortable in the jersey. We talked about pressure and recruitment over the last few years, and players can't find their feet playing for Man United. But he looks as if I'm okay being a Man United player.
I think the important thing though is just, I know Bruno was being sort of a party pooper there and we're talking about Agate, but just in terms of the pressure of Man United and staying at that level, we've talked about Garnacho at times. When he first came into the squad, I thought he was brilliant. And now, we've seen it with Amad Diallo. He just needs to keep his feet on the floor and do what he does best.
That's the key for any young player, obviously, coming to any big club. It's how you deal with now the expectation, the pressure, the importance he played today, contract situations, his family around him. Yeah, that goes for any young player playing for a big club. Just keep your feet in the ground.
Did you keep your feet on the ground?
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you?
Well, I'd want to.
Usually when he was slide tackling.
Are you sure about that?
I was drunk somewhere. No, you stay grounded. But you also say, I need the young kids tonight. But don't get me wrong, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Absolutely enjoy playing for Man United. And big moments like that, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, you're a long time retired, so enjoy the good moments when you get them, because this is not as much fun as scoring the winner in a Manchester derby, and some of us know what that's like.
Managed to do it, yeah. Still living off it. No, great moments for you, honestly. Especially with 5-10 minutes ago, if someone said you thought United could win this 2-1, I know City were a little bit nervous toward the end and they were a bit negative with their passes and they brought the trouble on themselves. But for United to go on and win the game, huge result for them.
Well, were those nerves apparent in the way that they conceded the penalty? Because it was Amad who drew it as well, drew the foul.
Yeah, I mean...
He's very measured, isn't he? We've seen him lose back-to-back games and he doesn't sound any different to when he's just run a derby in dramatic fashion.
I think he's realistic. I think that he knows a lot of work is ahead of him. It's a great score, something to build on from now, but probably it's not going to mean too much if you lose the next game or the next game. So you need to build on that, and that's why I think he's so calm, collected, realistic, knows that he needs to work a lot with the squad that he has, and build from this result on.
Yeah, results are really important, of course. In any football, they're really important. I think the most important thing for him and Manchester United at the moment is progress, is to see it on the pitch, is to be in the game for 90 minutes. They've been out the game after 20 minutes in the past at the Etihad and at Old Trafford in this fixture. So just to be in the game, see that, performance getting better. Results will come with performance. I think Manchester United have been so fixated for the last 10 years on performance, on results. But you've got to play well. You've got far better chance of winning games if you play well. So that's what he's focusing on. Of course, the bonus for the fans, for the players, for the confidence, for everything is to win. But I think he'll be pleased. And Manchester United fans should be pleased, even though it wasn't a great performance. It was actually an average game, really.
Yeah, but I was about to say to you, City didn't have a shot on target in the second half.
No. And they controlled it quite well, Manchester United. Listen, they will want better in the future. They weren't brilliant
But where they're at the moment.
It was progress. And as he says, they're in the game. They didn't look as if Manchester City were hammering them at any point of the game. Yes, they were 1-0 up. Yes, they were in control for most of it. But Manchester United were always in the game. They had chances. We mentioned Bruno. We mentioned Amad before they scored 2 goals. So that's progress, and that's what Manchester United fans should be looking for. It's not going to happen with a magic wand, and it's not going to happen overnight. Let's step by step, let's see it.
Just a word on Amad. He's a player that already Ruben Amorim has placed a great deal of faith in and given confidence to.
And I think he shows today fully deserved and backed up everything that the coach he's put in him, like a trust, like go out there, enjoy, play. And the second goal shows exactly how good he can be in exploring the space, making the run when the ball is there for him. Obviously, that's a difficult goal to score, especially when you're running and you need to have a good touch on the ball, keeping your balance and then shoot the goal. So for me, the future is bright. But again, as Michael said, step by step, it goes by for the whole team, as a player, as an individual, and for the coach as well. And with the patience, I think the results will come. Let's hope sooner than later. But this will give a massive confidence boost for everybody because it was a derby win.
Yeah. The other point to make, Steve, is he's the right wing back. I mean, that position requires legs. Think of the 2 times where he scored. He was getting a penalty in the left wing position, and then he scored his goal in the left wing position from a run from the right-hand side. I mean, in the last minute, 2 runs like that in the last minutes of the game, his fitness levels, the speed of what he did, and then the control to get that as well. I mean, it's really, really impressive.
Just on the other side of the story, that's 8 defeats in 11 games for Manchester City now. They lost 8 of the previous 106. That's how startling this fall off a cliff is. I mean, where do they go from here, Berber?
That's the question. How do they fix it? What is actually going on? How is it possible, the same team pretty much, with exception of Rodri, to play the way they do now and lose points? Is it down to just one man missing from the squad? Is it Rodri that important and irreplaceable to the team? Is it? Probably it is. The stats shows it. But it's down to the coach, to the manager now in the case of Pep, to find an answer to.
You can't be a multiple 4-time winning, league winner, Champions League winner, winning team with the best manager in the world, with all these great players, and just be a one-man.
Sunday, because we have 2 more games to bring you. Earlier on, Palace beating Brighton for the first time in 7 attempts, the first home defeat under Fabian Hertzler, and they have gone clearer off the relegation zone. Manchester United, wow, 85 minutes gone 1 down. They win it 2-1 at the Etihad. We're showing you all of Chelsea-Brentford to come and keeping you bang up to date with Spurs, who've won just once in the last 8 games at the bottom club Southampton. Bournemouth, West Ham, and then final word comes your way on Monday to round the weekend off. So opportunity missed for Manchester City. They remain on 27 points. As I say, 9 off the leaders Liverpool, having played a game more. It's over to Chelsea shortly. If they beat Brentford, they're 2 off Arne Slot's side, having played 1 more match. Manchester United stay in the bottom half, but they're up to 22 points above Spurs for the time being, and 1 off Newcastle. And as I say, huge win for Palace, up to 15th, and suddenly they are 4 clear of the bottom 3. distant memory for Manchester City at the moment. Let's have a look at how this turned around then. First of all, a moment that Matheus Nunes will undoubtedly replay in his mind over and over again when he goes to bed tonight.
For sure, because obviously this is where the confidence kicks in. Now they control the ball, they know they're good at it. But now the moment you underestimate the situation like this, and of course credit to Amad, reading the situation, awareness on the pitch, knowing where the ball is going to land, intercepting it, and keeping his cool when he gets the ball right here. And now shielding the ball with the body, of course, a bad judgment, bad judgment going for the pen. He knew straight away that he'd done a foul and it's going to be a pen.
That's incredible. I mean, his head has gone. Yeah. Look at Pep Guardiola in the background here. Look at this in the background. He knows straight away. Yeah. Oh, my word. Oh, no. And even John Stones next to the fourth official. He can't believe it either. I mean, his head has totally gone there, Nunes. I mean, he's made the most horrific back pass, but OK, make one mistake, that's fine. The goalkeeper's just softened the blow. He's held the man up. You're getting back. You've got players coming back. It had almost killed it was fine. The attack was fine. He was about to shoot. Everybody stopped it. Now just calm. And he loses his head again and just goes and smashes into Amad. It's unbelievable. Look, the goalkeeper does brilliant. He stops him. He's now waiting. He's blocking the angle. You've got players in the box. There's no danger, or very, very little danger. Certainly less danger than was when you pass the ball back. What is he doing? I mean, 2 monumental mistakes within 2 seconds. Incredible. And that, when you're struggling, that's when your head just plays tricks with you. That's when there's a couple of minutes to go and you're doing stupid things like that. It's incredible, absolutely incredible how you can make 2 whopping mistakes like that in the space of 2 seconds.
Talking about keeping you cool, Bruno Fernandes had a long wait for this penalty, but you're never really in any doubt, are you, when he's taking spot kicks?
No, I think the confidence he has in his ability, you can see it by his body language and the way he's controlling the game and getting the ball. And when you have confidence like this, I mean, obviously you can miss a pen, but in his case, it was never a doubt that he's going to score. Look at this. It's me. I can score. It's easy as that. And it's a responsibility because he's the captain, taking the ball 88 minutes, put it in there, probably emotion going through your body, but still he scored.
That's pressure, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pressure. Manchester derby, all that's at stake.
And he'd missed an opportunity, hadn't he?
Missed an opportunity, 88th minute or only a couple of minutes to go.
Well, it shows you how strong he is in the head, because missing that opportunity will be like, what happened now if I miss again, right?
Yeah. He would have been the villain.
Yeah.
No, real good character.
Well, this will go down as a famous 1 minute 55 seconds of Manchester derby history, because that is exactly the time it took before this then happened.
Yeah. It's a great run. It's actually a really, really good goal. Manchester City, yes, they'll look at it and think, how can we have avoided it? But it's a brilliant goal. I mean, the vision to play the ball in. Look at we pick up Diallo there at the top. Amad, what a brilliant run. Stays onside, arcs his run to stay onside. Gets a lovely little touch around the goalkeeper. That is not an easy skill either. Over your shoulder, on the volley, tight angle, last seconds of the game. That is absolutely exceptional. I mean, we can pick the holes in Manchester City's defending there, Berber, but that's a brilliant goal from Manchester United's point of view.
What a touch. From the pass to the run, touching of the ball, and then shooting from that position of running, keeping your balance, control of the ball, and the ball is falling to your feet. I mean, everything is in place.
It's a great goal.
Unbelievable. Of course, the back line of City was all over the place in this case. Out of balance, out of shape, no straight line, so it was easy for him to make that run. But great pass, great vision, great balance, touch, unbelievable. Perfect goal.
Gvardiol, trying to go for a back heel.
Yeah, we spoke about that. I still couldn't believe it. How can you try to, if we are correct what we saw on the TV, if he tried to do the back heel in that situation that easily can clear the ball, I think that's a huge mistake.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes when you're done, don't get me wrong, I've never really done this, running back towards my own goal trying to clear it, but yeah, it's almost like he easily gets there, and you've got to get anything on it just to keep it out the net. Can he just swing his right foot, or even his left foot? He's nearly in front of the post.
I think he can.
Manchester City lead 1-0 at half-time. Josko Gvardiol hasn't got many goals this season with 4, but they've been important ones, Micah.
Yeah, they have been really important. I don't think the game's been great, for being honest about the situation. I think it's nervy at times, but De Bruyne on the short corner there just sets it off from Gundogan. gets a little bit of a deflection, but Guardiola gets up there, really good in the air. But Roy, I'm going to talk about the defending.
Yeah, obviously United have had problems all season. The stats here, they do have enough bodies in there eventually, and it takes a slight deflection. Amad probably's got to do better. But I look at Hoyland and Diallo. When you're defending set piece, you have to do more than one job. Some players are just almost just focused on the player. You've got to multitask, and it's just far too easy. Hoyland, he's not even looking at the ball and jumping. And Diallo, then when Diallo turns around and he puts his arms up in the air, the bottom line, when the ball comes into your box, sometimes it is a case of who wants to head that ball. And the United players, far too many times this season, haven't been brave enough, right? That courage to go and attack the ball. And Diallo's a defender, remember. But, my God, they're just waving their arms up. Well, that's no good.
Even if they're working on it in their training ground, as you said, they've got the players in there. But that's 8 goals that Manchester United have conceded from corners now, which is 42% of the total number of goals they've conceded.
An unbelievable stat.
And that's 4 since Amorim's come in as well, right?
Yeah, of course, so he's not been able to fix it. Again, you go back to it, the players, when the ball comes in your box, there's only one ball. Who really wants to go and attack that ball? We said it before the game. A bit about that desire and determination, not to give up a goal. Far too easy. United have been awful, not had a shot on target. We're saying they're not bad, decent shape. My goodness.
They're doing okay until that goal. They're doing okay.
The standards are so bad, not Man United. You're sitting here going, yeah, they're doing okay. Okay is good enough for Man United now. That's where we're at. No shot on target. Players not wanting to head the ball. Players not been brave enough to put a block in. City have obviously been average. They've been a bit nervous here, but still not enough from United.
We thought this game might spark into life at some stage, that there might be a bit of needle. Roy, would you have given a red card for this?
Red card. Yeah, to Walker. This is, you don't mind a bit of this. This is going to happen in the game, a bit of argy-bargy, of course. But I look at it, he's obviously been blocked. But, like, Walker, we're talking about Walker.
So there's the initial foul.
Of course it's a foul, it's a free kick, and that's fine. Hoyland's not happy, and that's fine. And he goes over. How can Walker must be embarrassed. He must be embarrassed to go down like that. An experienced player. Listen, this here contact. Look at this. I don't know the guy, and I'm embarrassed for him.
He's better than that.
He is.
He's better than that.
Is he? Not so sure.
He is better than that.
Not so sure.
It's quite embarrassing.
ايه
Put
Give me
down.
those back. انت بريم بارد
Where
اقسم
is
بالله
everyone hiding?
بريم ما بيدلش حد غير يا جدعان جاي بقى شايف ان بقية البهايم والدورس في البهيم التاني
Blocking sight. Get out of my way.
انت بقيت لها يالا
One enemy remaining.
بس بالهاب دي ريت ماتت اصلا
Don't worry, friends. It hurts, but I'm good.
عايز اعيط تعبت
They were like, why
نفسيا
can't we just hug it out? Pinche reading this.
من الاول يا عم